shows how the blue slip process can work, even in states where there are two senators who are of the opposite party as the president. I had a similarly positive experience in my home state under the previous administration. I'm glad that we are moving forward these nominees today, and I look forward to questioning a couple of you, if I might. Mr. Leibowitz, during your tenure as Assistant U.S. Attorney, you prosecuted racketeering, insider trading, securities fraud cases, among many others. If confirmed, how would your experience as a federal prosecutor inform your approach to the bench?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I was very fortunate to be a part of that office for 9 years. And I was very fortunate to be trusted by different U.S. attorneys to handle very serious and in some instances, very high-profile investigations and prosecutions. For the last 2 years, your question mentioned, I prosecuted insider trading that really, were signature cases for U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara. And I can tell you that that's why I started in my introduction by saying Felix Frankfurter was right. The best job that you can have coming right out of law school or shortly thereafter is to be an assistant United States attorney in the Southern District of New York, because you come across the finest people, the best examples, people that say that United States versus Berger really means something. And I think I would leave it there. I know you know the Berger case. I can tell you we lived the Berger case in that office. I'm sure they do in other offices, but that was a really, really important part of my training.
Well, you're exceptionally well qualified, and I look forward to supporting your confirmation. Judge Becerra, some would say the best experience would be being an AUSA in the Southern District of Florida.
That's correct.
Having served as a federal prosecutor in both here in the District of Columbia and in the Southern District of Florida, I was interested in hearing you answer the same question, how your time as a federal prosecutor might inform your service on the bench. I also know you have taught at 2 different law schools, and you've taught legal writing. Often considered an oxymoron. How would that best prepare you for an important federal district courtship role where you would be interpreting and applying the law and hopefully writing accessible, concise, and important rulings in federal law?
I appreciate that question, Senator. And I will tell you, one of the experiences that I think goes hand in hand even more with being a prosecutor is having been a partner at a large law firm with clients. Because I've had the experience of having turned to a client and tried to explain what it is that the judge did and not have the ability to do so in a clear fashion because the opinion perhaps wasn't as written with the kind of clarity that the client would expect. And so I think those experiences have helped me and shaped me in terms of the kind of judge I've been and the kind of judge I hope to be on the district court. Certainly being an assistant United States attorney is a great honor. And doing it both in the District of Columbia that has very unique challenges when you're a prosecutor here because you're essentially the role of a state prosecutor. So you're really in the day-to-day of how crime and how law enforcement is interacting day-to-day with people. And then I had almost the other experience in Miami where I was a major narcotics prosecutor and I'm doing wiretaps and looking at much more sophisticated cases from a legal perspective. So I think that experience will help me because certainly as a district court judge, I'll have a wide range of matters before me. And again, as to the writing, both being a professor and as well as being a partner at a law firm, I think teaches me that we're not just writing for each other, we're writing for the parties and we're writing for the public.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I might, one last question. So, Judge Austin, one of the things I find compelling about this very diverse panel is your legal experiences. That is, in my view, also a critical part of how we contribute to representing. You're a member of the Patent Bar, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
And you have also issued around 25,000 orders during your tenure as a magistrate judge?
I have.
If you would just briefly speak to the importance of having the skill, the discipline, the training required to be a member of the Patent Bar and your experience as a magistrate and how that prepares you to be a federal judge.
Yes, Senator. Well, to be a member of the Patent Bar, you have to have a scientific degree. And you also have to take an additional bar exam, Patent Bar. And the year I took the Patent Bar, I think the pass rate was like 30%. I passed it the first time, thank God. I didn't have to take it again. But Prosecuting patent applications, I think, gave me a strong foundation for practicing law because it's a lot of attention to detail and being able to explain to a patent examiner in DC what your client in Greenville, South Carolina is trying to claim as an invention and what the bounds of that invention are, how it works, and how it's different from prior precedent, prior art. And so I believe that background gave me a strong foundation to be able to move into practicing law, which when I moved into practicing law, I was doing complex civil litigation as well as patent litigation. And I do believe that one of the main reasons that I was selected to be a magistrate judge 12 years ago was because I had the patent background, and I could help the judges in the district court with the patent cases. And just interestingly, a lot of the patent cases that are filed there, the parties tend to consent to having me handle their cases. So, to my law clerk's chagrin, but I enjoy them.
As you may know, Judge Delaware is one of the very busiest patent jurisdictions in the country. So I'm encouraged to see a member of the patent bar ascend to the federal bench.
Thank you.
Whether it's as in-house counsel, as a federal prosecutor, as a professor, as a member of the patent bar, I just wanted to take a moment and highlight the remarkable range of qualifications and experiences all of you have. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator.